What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Bayman, and I'm back with another video. The title of this video is going to be called My Message to Americans, Black Americans, Listen Up. Now, I just want to talk about what's been on my mind lately. I see a lot of people, they post on the internet how, life is getting hard and stuff like that, and I completely understand. But I wanted to talk about how important and crucial it is for people, Americans, to who haven't done this already. It's how important it is for Americans to I go to college or go to trade school, etc. So I want to talk to you guys. America is changing. Especially with the recent administration, executive administration with Biden, who basically let millions and millions and millions of undocumented immigrants into America, many of them illegal, pouring into America, right? All these people coming into America, all these foreigners coming into America, they got to do something. And what are they going to do? They got to work, right? So, you're thinking, which jobs are they going to take? Well, they're going to take the jobs that do not require, number one, a skill, or number two, using your hands. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. They can't take jobs that will use your hands, because a lot of immigrants, they use their hands. So I changed that. My bad. But requiring a skill that requires college, etc. Right? That's what I meant. So, excuse me. I've been having like a small cold. So there's a video on YouTube that I watched when I first watched years ago. And I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's called An Old Man's Advice on YouTube. And it's an old white guy. He passed away, from what I remember. He passed away like years later. But he made a video on YouTube called An Old Man's Advice. And what this video talked about was basically, there's going to be a time in America where there's going to be a high demand for people who can use these. What are these? These are people who can use their hands. It's going to be in high demand. People who have a skill, who learn something, for example, in trade school, going to trade school, learning something, or going to college. There's going to be a time in America. He made this video 12 years ago. That there's going to be a time in America where those are going to be high demand. And this was 12 years ago when he made that, and it's true. So, illegal immigrants, right? Because a lot of people, like with the Trump administration, a lot of people are talking about this. And Black Americans, I'm talking to you as well. Who do you think these illegal immigrants, what kind of jobs do you think they're going to take? I'm talking to the Black Americans who haven't went to college, who don't have a trade school, they're just working some job, right? Who do you think these illegal immigrants, who do you think the jobs they're gonna take? They're gonna take the jobs that, a lot of black people or Americans, white Americans, whatever, they're gonna take the ones that you guys have, basically, because these are millions of immigrants who poured into this country. They gotta work, or they're gonna commit crimes. They're gonna do something to make money, right? They're going to do something. And a lot of them are going to get these jobs that do not require a skill or a college education. They're going to take those jobs, right? Now, it's never too late for an older person to go to college. It's never too late. Before I graduated, and first let me just go and tell you guys, I got my associate's degree and I got my bachelor's degree. I'm 26 years old, right? As of the time of this video, I'm 26 years old. 2025, July, right? Before I graduated and got my associate's degree, I'm gonna tell you a small little story. I remember I was in line before I graduated. I was in line, waiting to get my yearbook photos. Trying to get my yearbook photos for my associate's degree. And there was this woman, she was in her 30s. She was in her 30s, maybe early 40s. Late, it had to be like late 30s, late 30s, early 40s, something like that. And she just started talking to me. We're talking, and she was telling me how it was not easy for her to get her associate's degree, but she was so proud of herself that she finally got her associate's degree. And I said, hey, I'm proud of you too, So I just want to tell you guys that it's never too late to go to college. It's never too late. I don't care if you're in your mid 20s, 30s, 40s. It is never too late to go to college. While I was getting my bachelor's degree, I did a lot of programs that my college had to offer. And one program that I did was a study abroad. If you don't know what a study abroad is, it's when you travel to another country outside of America and you study. Like it's like a collaboration with other people, but you study the knowledge that they have to offer, right? And it can be very fun. It's meant to be fun. You're in another country and you're studying, right? Their knowledge, So I met a brother. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants me to put his business out there. But a brother, he has to be in his 40s. He was like the oldest person inside our dorm. Like it was like a college dorm out there. But we were hanging out with each other. We were cool. But he had to be in his 40s, right? And brother got his bachelor's degree. He was working on getting his master's degree. But he finally got his bachelor's degree, and he was working on getting his master's degree. And brother is in his 40s and getting his education. It's never too late to get your college degree. It's never too late to chase after your dreams. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you about another story. When I was a junior in college, I remember I used to see this brother. He was a Haitian brother. He had to have been in his 40s. I'm really good with like identifying and a good how can I say this, a good a good judgment of telling which age somebody is. You know what I'm saying? And this brother, he had to have been in his 40s, and he was Haitian. And every time we would see each other, he'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Everything good? Yo, what's up, man? Oh, you doing your schoolwork? Good. Stuff like that. And I used to see him when I was in my junior year, but it's never too late to go to college, and he had to have been in his 40s. And I think he graduated by now because he said he was about to graduate. This is like years ago. He said he was about to graduate, and brother in his 40s, had to have been. It's never too late. Let me tell y'all about me, right? I first decided to go to college when I was 20 years old. I was 20 years old when I first decided to go to college in 2019. I did one semester, and at the time, I just wasn't ready to go to college, right? Wasn't ready. So I did that one semester, dropped out, and it wasn't until a year and a half later, it wasn't until 2 years later that I decided to go back to college and go full time in college, right? But what I'm trying to say is I didn't give up. You understand what I'm saying? I went back to school 2 years later when I was 22 years old, and by age 25, I got my bachelor's degree. You understand what I'm saying? So it took about 4 years, adding all the space, adding everything. It took I did one semester when I was 20, and then I did 3.5 years from age 22 to 25 to get my bachelor's. So altogether, it took about 4 years to get my bachelor's degree. But what I'm trying to say is I didn't give up. And it's very crucial. It's very crucial for you to, how can I say this? It's very crucial for you to go to college when you're ready. It's very crucial, because if you go to college and you're not ready, you're not mentally, or you're not in this right, you're not, what I mean, like mentally, like there's a lot of people who wanna party, they wanna do drugs. If you're not in the right mind frame of you want to go to college and study, don't do it. Because if you go to college and you don't put in your effort and if you fail your classes, that's those F's. See, college is not like high school. And that's another mistake that a lot of these people make, when they go to college. They think that college is high school just because you're seeing a lot of young people around. It's not like high school. If you get F's on your college, you can get kicked out of college, bro. You can get kicked out, bro. Like dead ass, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's no bullshit, bro. Excuse my language. It's no game. You feel me? Like, you gotta, when you go to college, you really gotta be on top of your A game. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you know, a lot of people make mistakes. Like I just said, like they think it's high school when they go to college, and they think they can skip class. They can slack, talk to the girls, which is nothing wrong with talking to girls. You feel me? But like they think they can just slack, and you gotta be on top of your shit. You feel me? And it's just very important that you don't like slack when you go to college. You know. But that's basically all I wanted to really say. You know, America is changing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning of this video. Like the old man advice video, there's gonna be a time in America where it's gonna be in high demand, just like the old man advice video. I'm giving him credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not plagiarizing. Understand? So it's gonna be a time in America where these are gonna be in high demand. People who have a skill, people who studied something, people who went to trade school. I have a friend of mine who told me years ago, you know, that he was going to trade school. And I remember I hit him up like a while ago. How's trade school going? Oh, I'm under investigation, bro. I'm like, what's good, bro? Oh, I'm under investigation. Like, you know, they said I threatened somebody, and like, you know, he from the Bronx, whatever. Like you know, but like son, like, you know, like he said, they said I threatened somebody, and like now I'm under an investigation. Long story short, he's not in trade. He didn't finish trade school, so he got kicked out. That's what I'm thinking. I think he got kicked out. That's what he told me. And that big ass opportunity left because he fucked it up. Excuse my language. I don't know if he messed it up. I don't know, but he told me, you know, he threatened somebody, whatever, and they put an investigation, whatever. Listen, man, when you guys got opportunities, certain opportunities, you guys cannot mess it up. You understand me? That's my homie. That's the bro. But like, that's what I remember. Like, he told me, like, you know, I'm like, bro, like, you know, you going upstate to do some trade school, and like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. I don't know too much about it. But like, anyways, you know, you just gotta. And he was young at the time. This is like 3.5-4 years ago. So he had to have been about like 20 years old at the time, 21, 20. No, he had to be like 20 years old at the time. So he was young, you know, he was doing trade school. And yeah, you know. But that's the thing about trade school. If I remember correctly, trade school, you have to be from age 18 to 25 to do trade school. If I remember correctly. After that, you know, you can't. But you know, there's plenty of ways where you can take advantage of what this great country, America, has to offer. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up. There's so many opportunities in this country. You understand what I'm saying? And you wonder why these immigrants, they come here and they capitalize off of so much that America has to offer. And it's sad how certain people, a lot of people just don't really realize, you know, the benefits that this country has to offer. I'm going to give you guys a line that J. Cole, the rapper J. Cole said. And I'm not plagiarizing. I'm giving him credit. Homie said, I came to take advantage of the shit that y'all niggas. Nah, he said, I came to take advantage of the shit y'all took for granted. Like, he's talking about like when he went to New York and he went to college and he sees all, like, straight up, he came to take advantage of the shit y'all take for granted. You feel me? Like, it's just, you understand me? It's real shit, bro. But anyway, this video is about 14 minutes long. It's never too late to go to college. It's never too late to chase after your dreams. It's never too late to get a skill, bro. It's never too late, bro. Straight up. That's all I gotta really say, you know. And let me know in the comments if you guys watched this whole video. You feel me? Let me know. And let me know if I should make more videos like this, you know, because I don't really make videos on YouTube like I used to. But hey, if you guys comment down, like the video, comment down, I'll make more videos. I got a lot to offer. And yeah, just let me know. It's your boy DJ Bay. Peace.